And welcome to another episode of the Senior Spotlight Show. I'm your host, AJ Ganger. Joining me now is our next senior, who is the editor, writer, producer, director of, and the star of our show, PHS Now, Maddie Bolin. Maddie, thank you for taking the time. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Maddie Bolin. I'm a senior, obviously.
What kind of activities have you been involved with here at PHS?
So I've actually been in a lot of clubs here. I'm currently in National Honor Society, Student Council, Interact Club, Rocks. I do wrestling stats, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. I'm on the track team.
You've done a lot of stuff while you've been involved with not only sports, but with all the other clubs. So how are you finding time for yourself while you're doing all those activities?
I think it's easy when you're like driven and you have a goal, it's easy to just put time away for your different activities. So I go to Edison full time, and when I have breaks from there is when I'm working on my schoolwork, and then hopefully by the end of the day I have time for myself and to hang out with my friends.
What has been one of your favorite memories from attending Piqua City School? So it doesn't just have to be a high school memory.
I think just like in general, being in the media program, it's been probably like the time of my life so far. Meeting so many new people and getting out of my shell, I guess, because Skeens and AJ, they just throw us in front of the camera. We don't have any warning. We just have to do what they say. And it's definitely helped me be able to talk freely and openly and not have to worry about not being confident enough.
What do underclassmen have to look forward to when it comes to their senior year?
So far I've noticed that as a senior, you definitely get treated like an adult. Like when you are an underclassman, I feel like teachers kind of hold your hand a lot, which is nice sometimes, but once you like start feeling more grown up and maturing, like you actually want to be talked to like an adult and seen like you are mature. So that's definitely nice.
What are your future plans right now?
So I'm going to finish my Bachelor's of Science in Biology, transfer from Edison to probably University of Cincinnati, and then after I graduate, I want to take my MCAT and go to med school and focus in dermatology.
Why did you want to go into the medicine field?
It's just kind of always been a dream of mine, and I like that there's not a lot of women in STEM. So being able to kind of change that statistic and make history, that just seems really cool to me.
What is some advice that you would give anyone going into high school? So like an 8th grader coming up through the doors.
Honestly, join a club, join a sports team, get into band, get into show choir. That's exactly how you meet friends and how you kind of find your place in the world, even though it's just high school. Because you'll see a lot of people who are in these different activities. That is priority who they hang out with. So that's who they're going to sit with at lunch or hang out with on the weekends.
So basically, get involved.
Yeah, get involved.
What has been some of your favorite teachers since you've been attended here?
I probably have 2 favorite teachers, Skeens, obviously, and Miss Taylor, formerly Miss Bensman, the ASL teacher.
Why are those 2 your favorite?
I honestly think they've like changed me as a person. Like I said before, Skeens put me out there. He made me get out of my shell, and Miss Bensman kind of just gave it to me like straight, like this is how it's going to be in the world, so you're going to have to deal with it or not. And it's not so much about their classes, which I loved. It's more about just who they are as people and teachers.
And was there anything else that you would like to tell the community what it was like to go to Piqua High School?
Honestly, a lot of people say they didn't like high school, but I loved high school. Like I'm really scared to graduate because it's been just so much fun in high school. Like it doesn't matter who you are, you can always be involved and included in like going off to a big college. That's not always promised. So I just loved high school.
Well, thank you again for taking time to be with us today, Maddie.
Thank you.
We'll be right back here on the Senior Spotlight Show. And welcome back to the Senior Spotlight Show. Joining me now is our next senior, Damian Lawson. Damian, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, nice having me.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Damian Lawson, I'm a senior. I play baseball.
Any other activities that you've been involved with?
I did play football.
You did play football?
Yeah.
What has been one of your favorite memories from attending Piqua City School? So it just doesn't have to be high school.
I don't know. I like sports, getting to meet friends and hanging out with them, getting more time to hang out with them.
What was one of your best sports memories?
Beating Troy. It's
Beat
always
Troy?
fun beating them.
Football and baseball?
Always.
Yeah. What do underclassmen have to look forward to in their senior year?
Just turn in your work on time.
All right. What are some of the future plans that you have?
I'm going to be working with my friend's dad.
Your friend's dad? So no college, just straight into a trade kind of deal?
Yep.
Cool, man. What have been some of your favorite teachers?
I like Mr. Kopp. He's cool.
Why do you like Mr. Kopp?
He's easy to get along with. You can joke with him and have fun.
Good. What is some advice that you would give anyone going into high school? So like an 8th grader coming into the doors.
Enjoy it. Have fun with it.
All right, man. Anything else you want to tell or anything else you would like to add about what it was like to go to Piqua High School?
No? I can't think of anything.
Thank you again for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you.
We'll be right back here on the Senior Spotlight Show. Welcome back to the Senior Spotlight Show. Joining me now is our next senior, Beth Herndon. Beth, thank you for joining us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Beth and I'm a senior here at PHS.
Tell us some of the activities you've been involved with.
I have played volleyball, soccer, I wrestled for a few years. I'm in the show choir this year. I played softball.
Seems like you just do just about everything.
Yeah.
You gotta try it once, right?
Yeah.
What has been your favorite memory from attending Piqua City School? So it doesn't just have to be high school.
I think my favorite memory was going to state my sophomore year for wrestling. It was the very first girls' state tournament here in Ohio, and I was really excited to be able to go.
What do underclassmen have to look forward to for their senior year?
You meet so many people. Like, you can connect with so many different people, whether they're other students, faculty, it doesn't really matter. You just have so many opportunities.
What are your future plans?
I plan on going to university and becoming an ASL teacher.
Any colleges in particular?
I'm looking at University of Toledo, Kent State, and Ohio University right now.
So a lot of colleges around locally.
Yeah.
Cool. What is some advice that you would give anyone going into high school?
Try everything. Just expand your horizons. Don't be afraid to change it up. I mean, I wrestled for 5 years and then I'm doing show choir this year and I'm loving it.
Any favorite teachers?
I really like Mr. Agnew. He helped me a lot. Mrs. Taylor really got me into ASL, which is what I want to do.
Why do you want to do ASL, by the way?
I love communicating without having to talk. I just get in my little antisocial phases and I don't really feel like speaking, but I can still communicate.
Yeah, I know that for a fact. Anything else you would like to add to tell the community what it was like to go to Piqua High School?
It's honestly, I wouldn't want to go to any other school because I'm practically a full-time Edison student this year, so I can still come to the high school. They let me sit in the cafeteria to do my Edison homework, and then I can also get those college classes in as well.
Well, thank you, Beth, for taking the time to be with us today.
Yep.
We'll be right back here on the Senior Spotlight Show. Welcome back to the Senior Spotlight Show. Joining me now is our next senior, Bryce Gerbert. Bryce, thank you for taking the time.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, so I'm Bryce Gerbert. I'm a member of Piqua High School, aka Bryce Baby.
That is true. You are Bryce Baby. Tell us about some of the activities you've been involved with.
One activity I've been involved in was cross country. Another was track, and then Piqua concert choir. Yeah.
What has been your favorite memory from attending Piqua City Schools?
I got a lot. Just the friends, just hanging out with people.
Any one memory in particular though?
No, I wouldn't say
No,
that.
can't say it on camera?
No, I can't say it on camera, man.
What do underclassmen have to look forward to for their senior year?
I'd say look forward to being done with high school. Yeah, just be done with it.
What are your future plans right now?
Future plans is to open up a business and open up my own bakery business, and because I feel like that's right for me. You know.
Are you going to go to school to try to get your degree to do that?
Yeah, I got. I'm going to Edison right now for the full 2 years, and I'm going to transfer to another university.
Any one in particular you've been looking at?
Looking at University of Dayton. You know, kind of leaning towards that a little bit. Yeah.
Cool. What is some advice that you would give anyone going into high school?
Take it slow. Don't do it. Don't, rush into it. Be like, you want to cherish these memories forever because, it'll be gone before you know it. I don't want to sound like I'm old. It sounds like it, but, just cherish these memories while you can. But,
What have been some of your favorite teachers?
Heather Monroe, shout out. And Koth. Yeah.
Why have they been your favorite?
They just really supportive. They've just really been supportive for me and everything.
Good, man. Anything else you would like to add to tell the community what it was like to go to Piqua High School?
Living the dream, man. Living the dream. That's it.
All right, man. Thank you very much for
Thank
taking
you,
the time
AJ.
today. We'll be right back here on the Senior Spotlight Show. And welcome back to the Senior Spotlight Show. Joining me now is our next senior, Gabby Phillips. Gabby, thank you for joining us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Gabby Phillips. I'm obviously a senior, and I run cross country and track.
Were there any other activities you've been involved with?
I'm at Interact Club.
What is Interact Club?
We make some meetings, and then we do for Christmas we go out and buy stuff for families who might not have stuff, and then we wrap it for them, and then we go give it to them.
Good. What has been one of your favorite memories from attending Piqua City Schools? And it just doesn't have to be a high school one.
Probably my whole cross country experience.
What did you like the most about it?
Definitely not the running part, but just I guess the
friendships you've made and
Yeah.
everything, the bonds.
Yeah.
Cool. What do underclassmen have to look forward to for their senior year?
It can be laid back. It's definitely, if you take a lot of college classes, it's kind of stressful, but if you don't, then it's really easy.
What are your future plans?
I'm gonna go to college next year for exercise science. Still don't know where, but
Still been looking? You have any of them maybe in mind that you would like to go to?
UC Blue Ash.
UC, okay. What is some advice that you would give anyone going into high school?
Probably to just be yourself and not worry about what other people think about you.
I like that.
It's too much.
Yeah. Any favorite teachers or coaches that you've had?
Not necessarily a teacher, but probably Fashioner as a coach.
Why?
Because he's just always there, and he's just really understanding, and he's always pushing me to do better because he knows I can do better.
I think he pushes a lot of kids that way too. Anything else you would like to tell the community what it was like to be at Piqua High School?
Not that I can think of.
Well, Gabby, thank you for taking the time today.
Yep.
This will conclude this episode of the Senior Spotlight Show. Join us next time for our next episode right here on the Indian Nation Station.